is back. Here we go, week one. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Minshew. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good catch there by Tyler Eifert. And Jacksonville, who needed help at the tight end position, signed him to do exactly that. Spent his first 7 years in Cincinnati, a terrific red zone threat.
On 1st down, Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun is Minshew. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Minshew sets to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Flushed out right. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Tackle made there by Kamale Correa.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
On second down, it's Taylor.
Despite some fast footwork, he still wrangled down shy of the 15. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got his man, Hilton.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Gain of 12. First down, Colts.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Jaguars nothing.
Let's go. 180. Lock 11.
First down, Rivers.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He was certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll run here with Robinson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Julian Blackman on the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. He's top on you. Set on the right. Hey, let's go. We got 4. Defense.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
from the gun, Rivers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And a Colts.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll get into the end zone and touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe
looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
no doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Colts 23, Jaguars nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go. 50, plant. Come on, QB, come on. 31's the right. Exit. Let's go.
Here's Minshew. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
It's going to be a level back. 31's the right.
Back to throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the
final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Here's Taylor. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the second, the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
Back to Taylor on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Rivers to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Go. 4 down. 31.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Minshew, 1st and 10. To Thompson on the screen. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
At the 31-yard line.
61, matchbox lights. Yes. You ain't going nowhere.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? 8, read. Mike, get the 8 right there. So we got man. Watch out.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. James Robinson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars get a score closer. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And Minshew will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
9 makes it 3rd and inches.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A first down throw here for Rivers. The left side completion to Jones.
Rivers.
That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Rivers from the gun on third down. Caught left side by Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Colts on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They run the counter. It's Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Indianapolis from 17 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down now, it's Thompson, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Looks to me, Parker, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
31's the mark. Yep. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Shift. Pilot, 64, weak. 31's the mark. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
29 is the Mike 29.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Minshew, flush to his right. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Colts 30, Jaguars 20. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle by the corner, C.J. Henderson. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. It's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's